Welcome back to The Pick.
Welcome back to the show, you
And
guys.
this is going to be a preview of the Seahawks and the Panthers. The Panthers are favored by 3.5. I have Carolina winning this one. They've been playing really well this season. They've been kind of on a little bit of a skid, but I think they're going to bounce back. I think Cam's going to have a really good game. I think he's really mad about his not performance because he played really well in that game. Just that boneheaded.
You're just not finishing it.
Yeah, that boneheaded play that he should have thrown the ball a little earlier, or ran the ball, or did something else, and he didn't. Missed the wide open guy that cost his team the game. I do agree with the call by Riverboat Ron.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go for the win sometimes, especially if you're on the road, even though the team you're playing is not as good as your team.
Well, one thing that annoys me about that is if you go for that and make it, you're the greatest coach ever. If you go for that and make it, you're the worst coach ever. I hate that analogy.
Don't make it, so.
Yeah, I hate that analogy of that.
Yeah, people are really hypocrites when it comes to the media. Anyway, so yeah, they kind of got skull dragged by. They really did get skull dragged by the Steelers, and they lost a close one against the Lions that they shouldn't have lost. But I still think they're a really good team. They just need a bounce back game, and I think this Seattle team's going to be that team they're going to play against. That's going to give them that momentum that they really need to get in the playoffs. We criticized Cam a little bit earlier in the season, saying that he wasn't getting enough yardage, which, I mean, he's still kind of not. But, I mean, if you're winning and things working, I mean, yeah. I mean, if it's working, you can't knock it, man. If they're winning, then it's working. You can't knock it. I still think he needs to throw for more yards and have more of a balanced attack.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, if it's working, I kind of have to shut my mouth to a certain degree. I think the running game's still really good. McCaffrey's a monster. Functions didn't have a good game last week, but I think he might step up this week. That Moore kid, Ricky Moore, is a monster, and he's been, especially coming on late. Yeah, man, their defense can play really well. Shut down that running game. That was my key. Shut down the running game from that Seattle rushing attack. They can't let them run all over them.
Yeah.
And Cam's going to have another really good game. McCaffrey's going to have a good game as well. Those things can happen. I think Carolina's going to win this one. Keys for Seahawks is Russ is going to have to put a lot on his shoulders because I think this Carolina defense is going to try to shut down the running game and put pressure on Russ. And that man's a monster and probably a potential Hall of Famer for a reason. I think he can get it done. I just don't think they're going to give enough points and get that enough effort win this one, but I think it's going to be really close to a really good game. A really good defensive battle, I think. The Seahawks defense has been playing better. They were kind of whack at the beginning of the year, but they've been not terrible. If they can keep eating that clock and keep Cam off the field, those are my keys. Russ got to play really well and keep the ball for Seattle, and the offensive line have to block against that really good front seven, take advantage of that secondary. That LSU kid's really good, but he's a rookie, so if you can get a deep ball on him, then maybe you can get those points that you really need for Seattle. My player of the game for Seattle is going to be Russ, and player of the game for the Panthers is actually going to be McCaffrey.
Yeah. I'm also taking Carolina in this one as well. I think their offense is going to play really well in this game. Like I said, they've kind of had some skid marks in these past couple games. They got destroyed by Pittsburgh, and then they went to the Lions and lost by a point when they shouldn't have lost. They should have won that game. Cam kind of froze in that little moment. He had a receiver open, and he just for some reason, didn't throw it to him until super late. And then by the time that happened, a defender was coming up to defend it and knocked it away. So that's going to be my key for Carolina in this game because I think it's going to be a very close game between these two. That's going to be the key for Carolina is to keep this game close. And when you do keep it close, finish. That's going to be my thing for them is they got to finish these games. They've been in a lot of close games this season. They just haven't finished them. I think they're a really talented team, and they can finish these games. They just, for some odd reason, haven't been. And, they got to get McCaffrey going. He's a huge weapon. you need to get him establishing the running game a little more. We know he's great in the passing game, but he needs to run the ball a little bit more than what he has been. Of course, that can help Cam set up some play action. He's really good off throwing off the play action. He has a really high percentage off of that, and he's been running the ball a lot. That's why I think his passing percentages his passing yards has been down quite a bit because he has been running the ball a lot. Because that's just their kind of formula is to do this read option type of stuff with him. So, but I think they need to throw the ball in this one a lot more in this game because that front for Seattle has been playing really well in these past couple games, and I think they're going to try to make it an effort to stop McCaffrey in the running game as much as possible and try to stop Cam from running so much too. So I think he is going to have to rely on his passing game a little more in this one. Seattle's secondary has been stepping up, but I think they can get the job done with those play actions. Keys for Seattle is for that defense to keep doing what they're doing, which is stepping up. Because, like he said, they've been, like Adam said, they've been really shaky earlier in this year. They look like they're going to be very terrible defense, and they've actually turned things around. They played really good against us, and they played really good against that really high-powered Rams offense. They almost won that game, so that was really good of them to play that well of a defense against that super high-powered offense. So if they could keep that good defensive play going and get some turnovers, then I could see Seattle taking this one. But yeah, I think overall McCaffrey is just going to end up being too much on offense, and he's going to make a bunch of plays in this game. But yeah, I think it still should be a very fun game between these two.
Alright, well that's all I got to say about this game.
Players game, McCaffrey for me for Carolina, and player of the game for me for Seattle is going to be Carson. It's going to be battle of backs. Carson has been stepping up a lot since he's been back off his injury. Played well against us, ran us over in that game that we played, and I think he continues his little good run he's having. But that'll do it for me. Please comment, like, subscribe. Of course, love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching.